What if the fairy tales you grew up with were never meant to comfort you? What if they were always meant to break you? That's the question Black Souls asks, and it doesn't ask it gently. Black Souls is a Japanese indie RPG created by a solo developer known as Ini, built an RPG maker, released quietly on a niche platform, and somehow becoming one of the most philosophically dense games most people have never heard of. It takes Alice in Wonderland, Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White, the stories you were told as a child, and twists them into something deeply unsettling. Not for shock value, for a reason. Because fairy tales, at their core, are lies we tell children about the world. They say, follow the rules, stay on the path, and good things will happen to you. They say, there are heroes and villains, and the hero wins. Black Souls looks at all of that and says, what if that was always wrong? Wonderland in this game isn't a place of wonder. It's a dying world, collapsed in on itself, haunted by the echoes of characters who have already failed, already fallen, already lost everything they were trying to protect. You don't arrive as a hero. You arrive as someone with no name, no memory, no clear purpose, just the vague sense that something has gone very wrong, and that it has gone wrong many times before. Here's the first philosophical layer. This is a world that has already ended, not once, many times. The lore of Black Souls is built around cycles, destruction, rebirth, collapse, repeat. The world you're walking through isn't just ruined. It's familiar with ruin. It has learned to expect it. And the beings at the top of this world, the outer gods, the ancient forces that shape Wonderland's reality, don't care. Not because they're evil, because caring would require them to see you as something worth caring about. This is Lovecraftian philosophy at its purest. H.P. Lovecraft's central idea wasn't that the universe is cruel. It was that the universe is indifferent, that the things which exist above and beyond human understanding don't hate us, don't love us, don't notice us at all. And for many people, that's actually more terrifying than evil. Evil at least acknowledges your existence. Indifference erases it entirely. Black Souls puts you inside that indifference and makes you live in it. Every character you meet is trapped in their own version of the same loop. Every heroine you encounter, Alice, Red Riding Hood, Snow White, is not the character you remember. They're broken reflections. Versions of those stories after the happy ending failed to hold. Now let's talk about one of the most interesting mechanical choices in the game, the SEN system. SEN is your sanity. It shifts based on what you do, who you kill, who you spare, what choices you make. If it drops too low, the world changes around you. Music disappears. NPCs stop making sense. Reality itself starts to fracture. This isn't just a difficulty mechanic. It's a philosophical statement. The game is asking, what does it cost to see the truth? Because the lower your SEN drops, the more of the real world you can perceive. The hidden enemies, the true nature of characters, the layers beneath the surface. But it comes at a price. Sanity, in Black Souls, is almost a kind of comfortable blindness. And the choice between comfortable blindness and painful clarity is one of the oldest philosophical tensions in human thought. Plato called it the allegory of the cave. The prisoners who have lived their whole lives watching shadows on a wall. Is it a gift or a curse to drag them into the light? The central theme of Black Souls, the one that runs underneath everything, is what the community has summarized in 3 words. Love is a curse. Every major relationship in this game, between the protagonist and the heroines, between characters and the worlds they're trying to save, ends in tragedy not because of hatred or evil, but because of love, because attachment to things in a world built on cycles of destruction is itself the source of suffering. This is almost directly the Buddhist concept of dukkha, the idea that suffering comes not from bad things happening, but from clinging, from wanting things to stay, from refusing to accept that everything, including the people you love, exists in a state of constant change and eventual loss. And here's what makes Black Souls genuinely unsettling as a philosophical work. It doesn't offer a solution. Most stories, even dark ones, give you an out, a way to fix things, a true ending where the cycle breaks. Black Souls is far less generous. Some of its endings feel like victory, but even then, the structure of the world, the library dream, the way time resets and rearranges, suggests that the story isn't over, that no ending is truly final. Friedrich Nietzsche called this the eternal recurrence, the idea that everything which has happened will happen again, infinitely, and the only honest response is to love it.